Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi seems to be kicking in and out, so I was just making sure that was going. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z for those of you who are new. This is a series that I started almost a year ago, just to present different products, all the products we have throughout our catalog, show you what there is, how to use them, make it a little less intimidating for those who are just starting out, or maybe you have stuff in your collections that you have no idea what to do with, and hopefully it'll inspire you to use them. So that's what Stamping A to Z is all about. Today is episode 40 and we are looking at textures and frames. This is a stamp set that you can get during celebration. We are in celebration right now. It is our second celebration period this year, first ever, and it goes until the end of September. So you have a bit of time to get your hands on these products, but I wouldn't wait too long. So the way it works is when you spend a certain amount of money, you get to choose products for free. So this stamp set is one of the items you can choose for free. So when you spend $60, you can choose this stamp set for free. And I wanted to show you, I mean, it doesn't look like much when you look at it in the catalog, but there's so much you can do with it. I wanted to share some variety of stuff you can do with it. I kind of was like, I thought it'd be really good for backgrounds, which it is, but there's so much more you can do. My first thing that I'm going to show you that you can do with it, I'm a little late to the party, but I'm going to show you anyways. If you've got an athlete in your house, or you know someone who's an athlete and you want to send them a congratulation cards, or like I said, a little late to the party, here is the Olympics that just kind of went by. I don't know if those of you who are into that and watched it, there was some good stuff, lots of new sports and stuff this year. So this is the perfect set to make the Olympic rings. Now I'm just gonna get my chamois here to wipe it off, since I'm gonna use different colors. So that's just black. And I'm going to go to real red. And it's nice because it's a photopolymer stamp set, so you can see what you're doing as you're stamping. You could use a Stamparatus if you really wanted to line things up well. Next I'm going to use Pacific Point as my blue. I found these colors are like the perfect Olympic colors. I don't know, hopefully I'm not breaking some rules of making Olympic rings that are non-official, but hey, it looks good. And it's a fun, say you were going to have a Olympic Games watching party, or I know I did one year for my oldest, we did an Olympic Games birthday party, and it was so much fun for all the kids. It went on till almost midnight. We did them outside, and it was actually, it coincided with the actual, I think it was the London Olympics. So it was so much fun for everyone. So you could use that too, but there you go. Just a simple way to use them, but makes the perfect Olympic rings. Here's my finished card. So maybe someone who achieves their goal of going to the Olympics, whatever, or if you just wanted to make it into a party thing. Another thing where I said if you have an athlete in your mix there, you can make a medal out of these. I'm just going to take my a scrap piece of paper to stamp off on, and I'm just going to make my ribbon. This is poppy red. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do my medal first, and I know where to So I'm going to stamp in full the ring, and then you've got this kind of other filler circle, so you just want to stamp it off and then come in and stamp it. So then you kind of have your metal there. And then I'm going to take this 3-line, I'm sorry if I'm putting my head in the video, which I always tend to do, and I'm going to stamp on here so I don't get ink on my background and get it everywhere. So this is going to be my ribbon. I'm not as good at doing this when I can't look right over top. I might have to start stamping standing when I do videos. I don't know, a different way. So then I'm going to take this filler piece again, stamp it off, stamp, oopsie. See, the bonus of the photopolymer clear stamps is you can go over it and not worry about missing. So there you go. So there's your gold metal ribbon. If you can write in a 1, or if you have a stamp, which I forgot to keep out, I just stamped a 1. So that could be for anything. It doesn't need to be for the Olympics, but that's just another creative way you can use these other than just kind of making a background. That is our sports theme of the day here. Oops. Make sure these are all clean because I don't want to mix up my colors. Okay, on to the next. So from sports, we're going to jump to Christmas, and we're going to make a Christmas card with these shapes. Christmas, you say. So I'm going to take some non-traditional colors. I really like the colors out of the Whimsical Tree set that is in our mini catalog. I have pointed it out before and I didn't mark it down. This one. I love these colors. So I kind of picked my colors out of there. Oops. And I'm going to start with the middle and work my way out just so I can kind of line things up. I'm starting with my inside circle, so I'm going to stamp it off like I did before. And then I'm going to center it and stamp it down. And then I'm going to take my lines this time, make sure that's clean, and I'm going to go across horizontally. And then I have this little piece, and I believe it's supposed to be, what is it supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be like a little bag gift. It's out of the Penguin Place stamp set, but it makes for a really good ornament topper. So I'm using that as my ornament top. Now I'm going to take my next color. I can't remember if I cleaned my stamps. Talking. Lose track of where I am. Okay. So my next, it doesn't matter which way you go. So again, same thing. So you can see, you probably wondered why I went back to stamp. I could see there was spots where I missed with the ink. So I'm going to stamp off again. And I'm going to just go a little higher with that one. And again, full strength with my stripes. And then full strength with my little ornament top there. You get the idea. I don't have to do all 3 colors. I have one finished here, and you know, if you watched last week, we looked at this bedazzling paper that's also in our celebration freebies. It just adds such bling to everything, and then I just embossed with gold embossing powder. and made the ornaments. So yeah, super simple Christmas card with some very simple stamps. So that's another fun one. So you can see already how much you could use these, and it's a free stamp set. Who doesn't like free? I know, you have to spend money to get it, but you always need paper, you always need stuff, so it works. All right, the next one, this is a bit of a fun one, and I'm going to see if you can guess what I am making. So I'm going to take my Big Boss here. I've got my plates, and I'm going to take a white piece of paper, and this is the layering diorama dies that we have in our annual catalog. So I'm just going to cut out the white, if I can flip as much as my waist not, want not. All right. I seem to go through a whole lot of white paper, so the more I can be efficient with it, the better. So, any ideas yet what this is going to be? And what we can do with our stamps here. So, as a hint, I'm going to take my bumblebee color, going with this. Any guesses yet? And I'm also going to take some clear embossing powder and my Versamark. So for those of you who don't know, I've shown this in other videos when we looked at embossing powders and stuff. You can have any color you want embossed if you use this little trick. So first, I mean, obviously you saw I didn't clean my stamp very well that time. So I'm going to make sure my stamp is clean before I go on my Versamark. And I'm just going to get this full of Versamark. Then I'm going to ink it up in my bumblebee. And then stamp it down. Got my yellow, and then I'm going to take my clear powder. I'm going to put it on. And the Versamark actually holds, even though you put color on top. I don't know if you can see that. I'll take my heat gun here. So I'm guessing you can tell what this is, hopefully, at this point. It is a fried egg. And I just wanted my yolk to look a little more yolky, shiny. If you want, you could do several layers of this to really make it pop. I'm just going to do one for video purposes, but even that, I could, oops, turn that off. You should be able to see the shine of the yolk. So there is my egg. And then I'm going to take this petal pink and I'm going to use my stripes. And again, I'm going to keep my Versamark. And I'm going to take some cherry color. Oops, not color first. That's how you get that. Okay, so Versamark first. Then into the cherry. And then we're going to go here. And then, of course, I need more than one. So I'm going to clean off my stamp. Make sure I don't have any color left. Versamark. I want the longer piece here. And then I'm going to do the same thing where I come in. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind before and I totally forgot. Okay, take that back. Oh, I'm getting powder. So that's the one thing you want to make sure when you're playing with powders, make sure you close your inks before you do, because the powders just go everywhere. So this is one way to do it, but I figured out this wasn't the best way to do it. The best way to do it is do your color. And then you're not having to worry about cleaning it off in between. And then you can come in and take the more solid stamp and stamp across here. Oh, see, this is how I messed it up, because it's picking up the ink and spreading it. And then, let's see, because I'm pulling it over. Move this out of the way. And then you can put your clear embossing powder. And then you do your heat gun. Heat it up. Any guesses on this one? What is this one going to be? If I've got eggs on one, hopefully you guys can figure out what this is so that I'm not totally out there with my... And I have to admit, so this card the egg food I copied. I can't remember who it was I saw. But I didn't come up with that idea on my own. My card is my own, and in case you don't know what it is, it's bacon. So I fussy cut out my bacon and I kind of crumpled it up, and then I just water painted a plate and went around with it as my plate. And then this is from the what's it called? The cooking dies. So I just took a spatula just for a little fun. And then the stamp set that goes with that has the happiness is homemade. So I just thought that was cute. We do breakfast in bed for birthdays around here, so I just thought that would be a cute one, even to send to my oldest, who no longer lives at home. So it could be like breakfast in bed, but it'll still be fresh instead of stinky when he gets it. So yeah, that's another way to use these fun shapes and textures to make something out of nothing. All right, the last one is my favorite and fun to make with lots of bling. I used the glitter, the bedazzling paper again, but first we'll just start with so this is basically like your background paper, which is what you kind of think of when you see the frames and textures stamp set. But we're going to take Pacific Point and Night of Navy, and we're going to use the circle, there's a splatter stamp, and I think that's all. Okay, and we're going to use water spritzer. So because I'm using water, I am using the sparkle paper just because it's a little more forgiving with water. I did do my original on regular basic white, and it worked just fine. You just have to not put too much water that it'll all get crinkly and folded, but that's not the end of the world either. It just gives you a different look. So just a note, if you want to have it more, oh sorry, I'm like shaking. My camera's shaking everywhere. Yeah, just be forewarned, if you want it to be very forgiving, then use the sparkling paper, what's it called? Glitter paper? I can't even think of what it is. Anyways, it's in the annual catalog with all the papers. You don't need to go as far as watercolor paper because you're not using that much water. We're going to take this one step further in that you can probably already see, since my stamp is already dyed with color, I'm going to use more than one color on one stamp, and it makes it more fun. So when you're using two colors, you want to always stamp the lighter color first and then go to your darker one. So that way if it gets on your ink pad, it's not going to transfer too much color over. So all you have to do, again, since it's clear, I'm just going halfway on the stamp, And then I'm going to come right, and I'm just going to overlap it a little bit because again, it's a lighter color, so it's not going to change the color of my pad. And then I'm just going to take my water and I'm going to spray it over here off, might be off camera a little, but I don't want to spritz it onto my paper. So you can see it spritz with water, and then I'm just going to stamp, and then it kind of gives it a more washed look. It's not like a straight line down the center, which is nice. So you can do it a few times over. Again, so if you spritz it close to your paper, but not, oh, that's too much water, you kind of get this splatter onto your paper, which I kind of like. So I'm going to do that, but oh my goodness, I put way too much water. Okay. That one's really going to be smushed. That's okay. So yeah, just watch, especially because we're not using watercolor paper. At least I'm using the shimmer paper. That's what I was looking for. Not sparkle. So yeah, so you don't need a lot of water. Just a wee bit. Like this. You get the idea. I won't do this whole paper. And then you can take this ring, and then you could water this down, but I wanted to kind of mix my textures. So this one I'm going with a straight ink to paper. And of course I'd keep going. I just, since I didn't do the other one, I'll just pretend it's there. Okay. And then with the splatter, again, you could go straight to paper, but it's pretty, it looks like splatter, but it's, you know, it's not too bad, but I just wanted it a little more, I don't know what you would call it. And then I just kind of stamped it all over. So then you don't have to keep going back and forth. You can just keep going till you run out of ink. So that was my background, of course, with a few more circles. But that's a fun way to use these textures and frames. And again, I saw the butterflies off of someone, and they're so pretty. So this is from the Brilliant Wings butterflies, which are in our annual catalog. I die cut them out of the bedazzling paper, which is in the Sale-a-bration catalog. Another free, where's my, it's another free item that you can get. So when you spend another $60, you can get your hands on this bedazzling 6x6 8 sheets of the paper. And it just adds a huge amount of bling. So the butterflies are super cute, love the background, and the happy birthday is actually from the Sweet as a Peach stamp set, but you could use any greeting, it could be any card, really. It doesn't have to be birthday, it could be for any occasion. But yeah, just having fun with those shapes. You can do so much and have so much fun. You can, if you know how to do the, what's it called? My words. When you make the card, you can do like a 12 by 12 sheet of a background and then cut it up and make a whole bunch of cards out of it. I can't even think of what it's called when you do that. It's one sheet wonder. That's what it was. It comes to me eventually. So anyway, so yeah, you could do a one sheet wonder with it. Just have lots of fun. If you do get it and you do use it and you post a card or whatever, make sure you tag me so I can see what you make with it. I would love to see what other people are making with them. So just as a note, right now we just finished our last paper pumpkin, which was the, what was it called? Hope box. I was a little sad. My box came a little bit crumpled. So I might not use my box for for this. I was a little upset with FedEx, but anyways, it's got lots of fun goodies in it. I will try and do a paper pumpkin reveal on Friday. If not this Friday, it'll be next Friday. I will post before I do it. Just to say that next month's paper pumpkin is a Haunts and Harvest theme. So I think I mentioned last week, I think it'll be a great one for Thanksgiving. It's gonna have little treat boxes, so it'll be great if you are having family for Thanksgiving. It's a great one that you can use for that. And then as another reminder, during celebration, if you are wanting to join my team, they have an extra freebie for you. So not only you spend your $135 and you can purchase anything you want for $165 in any of the catalogs. It is free shipping, free, no tax, and you get to choose one of these bundles out of the current mini catalog that is out on top of your $165 worth of stuff. So you're getting a whole lot of stuff for $135, which is awesome. Another thing you can think about is if you want to host a party, it's a great time because you can earn all these free things with your party. You can not only earn the free things, there's an extra for hosts right now. Whether you host or just spend the money yourself, it works. When you go over $375 for a party, you get this In Your Words stamp set for free on top of all the other free stuff that you get to choose. So if you're thinking that you have a long list and you don't want to buy it all and you want to try and get some of it for free, let me know and I can totally set up a really easy, no risk Facebook party. Just invite your friends and have some fun, and I do a bunch of today is not my day for words. I will show some samples and stamping and go from the very beginning. So yeah, it's just fun with your friends. Nobody has to spend anything to enjoy it. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, let me know. I have some spots available and hope you have a good rest of your week, and we will see you next Wednesday for episode 41. Hope you have a great week. Bye.